Vaults are always creepy.
And in addition to this light here, there's also another one in the room.
And no, you can't change my mind.
Are you going to want to open that door? Because I don't think I want to.
They are hidden and most times have high security.
And the one I want to meet.
You gonna come out and show yourself to us?
What if one gets stuck in an abandoned vault? New fear unlocked, right? Well, here are some vaults, underground cities, and other eerie places carved into stone that I want you to see. So let's get right into it. Number 20, Edinburgh Vaults. The Edinburgh Vaults were constructed in the late 18th century as chambers underneath the South Bridge, designed to house various businesses, such as bars and workshops. Unfortunately, due to a lack of engineering skills, these vaults were poorly constructed, resulting in heavy flooding, which ultimately led to its downfall and was soon abandoned around the 1820s.
Like just walking up here, so much colder.
I would have thought the lower levels would be colder.
The vaults failed to serve their main purpose. Instead, they attracted the poorest residents who turned the area into a slum. During an excavation project in the 1980s, the forgotten world in these vaults was uncovered, and remnants of the people who used to live in these dark places were found. Today, these vaults are infamously known as one of the most haunted places in Scotland. In fact, people have named some ghosts who lurk around these vaults, such as Mr. Boots, whose presence is recognized through heavy footsteps. One of the most famous is Jack the Child, a curly-haired ghost boy who grabs visitors' hands and pulls their clothes. After all this, you'll never find me trying to explore this place. But the problem is, this isn't even the only weird vault out there. This next one will also leave you baffled. Number 19, the tunnels beneath Fort Knox. Ever wondered where the US stores all of its financial resources, or should we say gold? Well, that's right here at Fort Knox, Kentucky. This is where the United States Bullion Depository is located, which stores a significant portion of the nation's gold, which can easily be worth several $billion.
So in 1935, the decision was made by President Roosevelt.
It was constructed back in 1936 for the sole purpose of hiding away their gold in a secure place that isn't vulnerable to attacks. The location is heavily guarded and naturally provides a great military advantage. Moreover, the fortress itself is formidable as it's designed with reinforced materials. It even features a massive vault gate that is nearly impossible to open. However, the main feature is Fort Knox's network of tunnels, which was built during the military days. These tunnels serve several purposes, which include providing a safe pathway for troop movements. Exploring these tunnels is a very creepy experience because as you pass through these dark and claustrophobic caves, you can feel the presence of the people who built them and those who walked through them many years ago. But this isn't even all, there's a whole underground city as well. Number 18, Darinkuyu, Turkey. Darinkuyu is by far one of the most fascinating underground cities located beneath the surface of the Cappadocia region of Turkey. It's an ancient marvel that was long forgotten until its rediscovery in 1963, which is quite recent, considering how big and old it really is. The city is said to be at least 85 meters deep in the ground, and is believed to have been originally carved by the Phrygians around the 8th to 7th century BCE. The city served as a refuge area during times of conflict, particularly during Arab invasions and, later, during the Ottoman Empire. What makes Darinkuyu so fascinating is how skillfully the engineers created this complex network of tunnels that could easily house up to 20,000 people, while also saving more than enough space to store livestock and food supplies. The city even featured several chambers connected by tunnels, giving access to living spaces, stables, wine and oil reserves, storage rooms, and even prayer rooms. In case of an attack, these tunnels showcase an ingenious idea to block entry for the invaders, and that was done through gigantic rolling stones that could easily block the entrances. But the main highlight of this massive vault is how it was actually rediscovered. The story goes that a local man was renovating his home, and that's when he stumbled upon a hidden passage that led to this extensive underground city. The excavation soon began revealing over 600 entrances to the underground utopia. Imagine finding a whole city under your house. But if you think this is interesting, wait until you see the next underground setup I'm about to show you. Number 17, Naours, France. Naours is an ancient underground residence located in the Somme department of northern France. It's a fascinating site known for its vast history that dates back to approximately the 3rd century AD, the time when Romans excavated a significant amount of limestones in the area. These excavations led to the formation of an extensive network of tunnels that evolved into a refuge for locals during times of conflict, particularly during the Viking invasions and the infamous 30 Years' War.
Often hidden behind heavy stone doors or camouflaged in the natural landscape. This helped to keep the inhabitants safe from attackers.
This complex network of tunnels is known to feature around 300 rooms and 28 galleries, which are located as deep as 33 meters below the surface. During the peak time, it's believed over 3,000 people lived in these tunnels, hiding away from the conflict. The city was rediscovered in 1887 by a local priest named Abba Darinkuyu, who spent much of his life excavating this long-forgotten part of history. In fact, even after so many years, these tunnels proved very useful during both world wars, as soldiers sought refuge there. To make it more interesting, the Germans turned these tunnels into their headquarters during the Second World War. Today, people from all over the world visit these tunnels and take guided tours to learn about their historical significance. Number 16. Wieliczka Salt Mine, Poland. The Wieliczka Salt Mine, located just outside Krakow, Poland, is yet another fascinating underground marvel with a rich history that dates back over 700 years. The mine was active as early as the 13th century and was used to extract rock salt. It's considered to be one of the oldest salt mines in the world and remained active until 1996, when it was finally closed due to declining salt prices and flooding issues. The mine spans approximately 300 kilometers, and when it comes to its depth, it's said that the mine reaches depths of about 327 meters, which easily surpasses the height of the Eiffel Tower. Today, it serves as a massive tourist attraction, as it features around 4 kilometers of area that is ready to explore. It includes numerous chambers, lakes, and chapels, all of which are intricately carved from salt by skilled miners. One of the most stunning places here is the Chapel of St. Kinga. It's a breathtaking space that is entirely made from salt, and it includes sculptures and chandeliers. It's said that this chapel took over 30 years to complete, which is absolutely crazy. You can witness the blood and sweat of the miners who dedicated their lives to constructing it. I mean, a whole chapel? Truly a masterpiece. Number 15. Dixiacheng, Beijing, China. Dixiacheng, better known as Beijing's underground city, is another remarkable underground network located directly beneath the bustling streets of Beijing. This hidden gem is believed to span approximately 33 square miles and lies about 10 to 18 meters down the surface. Whoever visits this underground city is astonished by the level of engineering and the community effort that went into its construction. Now, let's talk about its origin, which date back to around 1969, when the tension between China and the Soviet Union was at its peak. So, in case of war, Chairman Mao Zedong ordered the city's construction, and over 300,000 citizens participated in digging these tunnels by hand. The primary aim was to create massive bomb shelters with more than enough space to accommodate Beijing's entire population, which was easily about 6 million at the time. In addition to survival, these tunnels had almost everything needed to maintain everyday life, such as underground schools, theaters, and storage facilities for food and essential supplies. Thankfully, the underground city was never used for its intended purpose, and it soon served as a home to many and a tourist attraction. The tunnel's main tourist area was closed for renovations in 2008 and has not reopened yet. Number 14. Petra, Jordan. Petra is also known as the Rose City, mainly due to the reddish color of its architecture, which is purely made out of carved rocks. It's a truly breathtaking wonder located in southern Jordan, which was first established around 300 BC by the Nabateans.
Although the treasury is the most well-known site in the city, there's hundreds of other temples, tombs, structures, and caves to explore.
This ancient city is very famous all across the world, and once you step foot on its land, you feel like you're in an Indiana Jones movie. The site served many purposes, from being a massive trading hub to connecting routes between Arabia, Egypt, and Syria. The site features several intricate carvings, including a 40-foot-tall treasure vault known as Al-Khaznet, along with various temples and tombs, which are the highlight of this ancient city. Petra is a place where you can totally immerse yourself in history without ever getting bored. Number 13. Catacombs of Paris, France. The Catacombs of Paris easily secures its spot on the creepiest list of vaults across the world. It's undoubtedly one of the most well-designed and eerie tunnel networks located right beneath the capital of France, Paris. These catacombs are known to hold the remains of over 6 million people. Who would have thought so many bodies are resting right below such a lively capital? These tunnels were originally limestone quarries dating back to Roman times, but they became a widespread cemetery in the late 18th century due to a massive public health crisis caused by overcrowded cemeteries. The bodies started piling up, and the cemeteries didn't have any space left to bury them. So, due to a lack of options, the authorities decided to relocate remains from various cemeteries into the abandoned quarry. The task was done during the night to avoid the public finding out. Initially, the bodies were dumped, but later, they were organized in these catacombs into intricate displays by Louis-Étienne Ricard de Thury. Visitors can explore about 1.5 kilometers of the catacombs. During these expeditions, they encounter walls made solely of bones and skulls. It may be a tourist attraction now, but I gotta say, it's one of the weirdest places anyone would want to visit because dead people literally surround you. It's also worth mentioning that people illegally enter these catacombs to explore the off-limits areas, which is also why many get lost. Number 12. Orvieto Underground City, Italy. Orvieto Underground City, located beneath the stunning hilltop town of Orvieto in Italy, is a place that once housed a significant number of people during ancient times. This underground city was excavated by the Etruscans around 2,500 years ago, leading to a complex network consisting of over 1,200 tunnels, wells, and massive chambers skillfully carved into the soft volcanic rock. The Etruscans named the city Velsna and created these structures for various purposes, including storing water and providing shelter during invasion. In 1970, this forgotten underground world was rediscovered when a landslide revealed its hidden openings on the cliff. This led archaeologists to enter through these openings and uncover the secret of this ancient city. Today, guided tours allow visitors to once again experience the remnants of this ancient civilization as they explore parts of this ancient network. A significant portion of the area is still limited, as archaeologists are still studying it and discovering new things every day. Number 11, Moscow Metro. 2. Russia. Moscow's Metro 2 is a remarkable and secretive underground network. It is often described as clandestine and is a counterpart to the city's renowned public metro system. The network's origins trace back to the Stalin era, as its constructions were initiated in the 1950s due to the ongoing threats of assassination and nuclear wars. The plan was to design a tunnel system to connect key government locations, including the Kremlin, military command centers, and Stalin's Dacha.
He always has a self-made plan of the construction site with him.
This would ensure that Soviet leadership could easily operate during crises such as another world war. The construction of Metro 2 was a top-secret project, and its existence was considered an urban legend. However, the secret didn't remain much of a secret for long, thanks to various sources, including declassified US intelligence reports from the 1990s, which confirmed that this extensive underground network does exist beneath Moscow. These tunnels are believed to accommodate thousands of people while giving easy access to all the government buildings. These hidden networks are quite an interesting topic and require a video of its own to fully uncover the secrets that lurk in them. Number 10. Havre Beneath the Streets, Montana, USA. Havre Beneath the Streets is one of the most famous historical attractions in Havre, Montana, and it offers a unique glimpse into the town's past. When you take this underground tour, you'll see extensive tunnels that were originally created after a devastating fire in 1904. The fire was so destructive that it destroyed nearly the entire business district. The rebuilding process required a ton of money and time, which is why so many businesses moved underground, leading to the development of what we might now call an underground. Today, visitors will find displays of original burnt-out businesses alongside recreations of established, especially an opium den, one of 3 known to have existed in the area since its development in 1990. Number 9. Tunnels of Alhambra, Palace, Spain. The Alhambra Palace in Granada, Spain, is yet another famous destination on our list. It is not just a stunning example of Moorish architecture, but also a site enriched in mystery, mainly due to its extensive network of tunnels. These underground passages are believed to have been built during the Naours dynasty as a place to hide and store rations. Moreover, these tunnels even feature dungeons for captives and secret escape routes for palace residents when facing an attack. So far, historians have discovered at least 21 dungeons within the Alhambra ground, some of which were accidentally revealed during gardening work. Intriguingly, these tunnels are known to be very confusing, often described as a maze in which one can easily get lost. This complex structure was totally intentional to confuse the enemy if they found out about the tunnels. So, these maze-like patterns provided just enough time for the residents to escape. Number 8. Beneath the streets in Seattle, Washington, USA. Beneath the streets of Seattle lies a secret that you wouldn't have known about up until now. Beneath the surface lies an underground mystery, and the story begins with the Great Seattle Fire of 1889. The fire destroyed 31 blocks of the city, leaving most of the area in ruin. Instead of rebuilding the area, the authorities decided to elevate the streets by up to 22 feet to improve drainage and prevent flooding. It was a chance to start again and solve the issues the city had been facing before the fire broke out. But as they raised the streets, the original ground-level sidewalks became buried beneath new construction. This unintentionally resulted in the creation of a network that was left abandoned by the people on top, but some found it useful for illegal activity, turning it into a literal underworld. Due to its misuse during the early 1900s, all the accesses were sealed for good. It's believed that around 2,000 people lived underground at one point. After the tunnel was closed, they remained forgotten until the 1960s, when local historian Bill Speidel began offering guided tours to showcase this hidden part of Seattle's history. Number 7. Krakow's Underground Museum. Krakow's Underground Museum, better known as the Rynek Underground, is a fascinating exploration of the city's rich history. It takes visitors beneath the bustling main market square. The museum was opened in 2010, covering an impressive 4,000 square meters, offering a unique glimpse into Krakow's medieval past. As you descend into the museum, you're transported back to the ancient time. Today, cutting-edge technology, such as holograms, recreates the atmosphere from 7 centuries ago, giving an immersive experience that you will remember for the rest of your life. Visitors can witness a variety of artifacts, such as medieval lead pieces known as the loaf, alongside everyday items like tools, currency, and even toys, showcasing the life of the ancient people. The museum is not ordinary because, in addition to artifacts, it showcases archaeological findings from extensive excavations that began in the early 2000s. These excavations revealed reveling medieval structures, such as cobbled streets and even a graveyard featuring intriguing burial practices, including the infamous vampire graves. It's a place that is truly worth visiting. Number 6. Salt Mines of Hallstatt. The Hallstatt salt mines, located in Austria's stunning Salzkammergut region, has a rich history that dates back approximately 7,000 years. Considering how old it is, it's officially recognized as one of the oldest salt mines in the world, with traces of salt mining activities dating as far back as 5000 BCE during the Neolithic era. Mining operations in Hallstatt became very active during the Bronze Age, which lasted from 2100 to 800 BCE. The area served as a salt production center and became a trading hub during the Habsburg Empire in the 16th century. Salt has always been an important mineral, which is why it attracted merchants from all over Europe. Over the years, the mine faced several calamities, including landslide, but it remained operational for a very long time. This was especially true during the 19th century, when Hallstatt's salt industry once again flourished, developing an extensive network of underground tunnels. Numerous archaeological discoveries within the mines have revealed several artifacts, making it quite an important destination in the world of archaeology. Number 5. Sewers of Paris. The Sewers of Paris has to be one of the eeriest entries on this list, but accept it or not, it's also a marvelous piece of engineering skills from the early 13th century. The story of this massive network of sewage systems began when King Philippe Auguste ordered the construction of the first sewage system. By 1370, the first vaulted masonry sewer was successfully constructed under the guidance of Rue Montmartre. This was a significant achievement in French history, as it solved the sanitation problem for the entire capital. Later on in the 19th century, Napoleon III decided to update the entire infrastructure of Paris, during which he, under the guidance of engineer Eugène Belgrand, designed a modern sewer system. The design was very effective and advanced compared to the old design, which changed the face of Paris forever. Intriguing, this sewer system introduced a dual network.
Structures bring water drawn from about 100 intake points all around Paris.
One for clean drinking water and the other for waste and contaminated water. Only by 1878 did the network grow significantly, expanding to almost 600 kilometers. The design even allowed easy maintenance and significantly decreased the spread of diseases through water, which was a major issue in the past. Moreover, the network was so big and specific that these underground passages became a part of Parisian culture and tourism. Today there is even a museum of sewers, which offers visitors a unique glimpse into this hidden underground world. Number 4. Caves of Lascaux, France. This is the Caves of Lascaux, which is located near Montignac in southwestern France. The cave has a vast history. In fact, once you step foot in it, you are transported back to the prehistoric era, mainly because its walls feature stunning prehistoric art dating back approximately 17,000 years. The cave is absolutely massive, but it remained hidden from the rest of the world until September 1940, when 4 teenagers accidentally discovered it. The cave features over 600 intricate wall paintings, primarily depicting large animals such as horses, cows, and deer, which the ancient people must have worshipped as their reliable food source. The artwork is absolutely beautiful, not just because of how it's made, but because it offers a glimpse into the lives and beliefs of our prehistoric ancestors. Thanks to these paintings, a cave that might have just been another cave became one of the most important places in the world. The cave was open to the public soon after its discovery in 1948, and thanks to the massive hype, it became a popular tourist destination. Unfortunately, this popularity started to put these intricate paintings at risk, and because of that, the original caves were closed to the public in 1963 to protect them from further damage. In 2016, Lascaux 4 opened, which provides an even more immersive experience with advanced technology and detailed reproductions. Many dream of visiting the original cave, which might be possible in the future. For now, however, we have replicas to work with. Number 3. Tunnels of Cu Chi. The Cu Chi tunnels, located in the Cu Chi district of Vietnam, are a fascinating historical site and a major tourist attraction. It's one of the most extensive underground networks to have ever been built during the Vietnam War. The network was primarily used by the Viet Cong, a communist-led guerrilla force during the war. These tunnels allowed a strategic base for guerrilla warfare, but you'll be surprised to know that they were originally constructed in the late 1940s to evade French colonial troops. But once the infamous Vietnam War took place, the tunnels got significantly expanded, stretching up to 250 kilometers. These tunnels featured living quarters, kitchens, hospitals, and even school. By now, you must have realized that these tunnels not only functioned as hiding spots, but also as an entire city that provided communication and supply routes. This network allowed the Cong fighters to move undetected and launch surprise attacks on American and South Vietnamese forces. In terms of weapons and stuff, the US had a significant upper hand, but even still, they tasted the dust when it came to fighting these underground rebels. Today, visitors to the Cu Chi tunnels can explore various sections of this underground network and experience how it feels to crawl through narrow passages and get a bit of air when entering one of the chambers. It's a truly harsh environment. Just imagine what it would have felt like when the war was still going on. It must have felt like hell back then. The US forces tried their best to eliminate these tunnels during the war. In fact, they even deployed a team known as the Tunnel Rat to conduct inside operations, but the network remained active despite all their efforts. Number 2. Meow Room. Meow Room, located in Guizhou Province, China, stands as one of the most awe-inspiring geological wonders in the country. This colossal natural marvel recently earned the title of the world's largest cave chamber. With a staggering volume of approximately 380.7 million cubic feet, it easily surpasses the previous record held by a cave in Malaysia. It was discovered in 1989 by a French expedition known as Gebihe. The Meow Room is part of the extensive Gebihe cave system, boasting a mind-boggling size that is so vast it could comfortably fit 4 Great Pyramids of Giza within its towering wall. If you're a lover of natural wonders and large chambers, this is one destination that's guaranteed to leave you speechless. Number 1. Terracotta Army. The Terracotta Army is undoubtedly one of history's most remarkable and mysterious archaeological discoveries. The site features an entire army made out of stone. This shocked the entire world when it was unearthed back in 1974 near Xi'an, China. These life-size clay statues include thousands of soldiers, horses, and chariots that were solely created to accompany the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang, in the afterlife. According to ancient beliefs, this army would protect the late emperor even after his death, ensuring his survival while showcasing his power in his afterlife. According to archaeologists, this massive project was completed around 221 BCE and took approximately 36 years to complete. The constructions involved thousands of laborers, many of whom were forced to participate. The workers showed their skill and created an exact copy of an entire army from the Qin dynasty, while also showcasing a variety of ranks and roles within the army, adding depth to the details. Moreover, each warrior is unique in terms of facial features and even body structure, meaning that each statue depicts a real person from that era. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell icon for more exciting content. Thanks for watching.